Hi, Steve here. Welcome to tutorial on the Double Dutch 2 bot, brought about by so many people requesting it after we produced in 2019 the Double Dutch online software and also the Excel. Okay, so first of all, if you've had one of our bots before, you'll notice that the layout looks very similar, but behind the scenes it's a lot different. But like so many of our bots, we have here cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, which are three independent strategies, so you can run three plans of attack within the bot. So it's three bots within one bot really, and you program each cycle as you see fit, and they're all independent of each other. They don't interact with each other, they all work within their own cell. Up the top here we have 1 through to 10, and these are our staking tabs. So basically what happens is all bets go into tab 1, except if tab 1 is busy, means it's got a race that's either running or it's been delayed or the result hasn't come through, then the next race will go onto tab 2, tab 3. As you can see there, I haven't had more than 2 races at any one time going. And in each cycle we have our summaries, which I'll talk about shortly. So back in the settings, which is your main stage here, is where this is the menu for the whole shooting match. So if we go across the top, we've got reload cycle 1, 2 and 3. Basically we suggest you have auto reload ticked, and what happens is then this automatically reloads the races every half hour or 15 minutes to update it. If there's been a race delay, etc., then this is picked up in the update, so that we don't want the bot betting too far in advance. If a race has been delayed an hour, we don't want it placing the bets an hour before the race and tying up one of our staking tabs. However, if sometime during the process of the day's racing you might want to add another country in, then you will need to push reload so that it brings up the new venues for that country. And we have cycle 1, so these are all the races that are covered on cycle 1. These are all the venues that are covered on cycle 1. Now if you want to exclude certain tracks, then you can do so by ticking these here, unticking them. But if you do untick them, you'll need to untick the auto reload, otherwise they will be reloaded again. Okay, so then and cycle 2 showing the races covered in cycle 2, and cycle 3 the races that would be covered by cycle 3 if we had a cycle 3 running, which I don't at the moment. Okay, we have show log. Now if that's ticked, that means this log will appear. This log tells us exactly what the bot is doing, and if you have any questions that you can't understand, then you go into why didn't the horse get bet, you can come into the log here and find out. If you have if you're running a VPS with a short memory and that, then we suggest you untick show log. What it means there is it doesn't display in the bot, so it doesn't use up memory, but you don't lose the log. The log file will still go onto the hard drive on your VPS or the hard drive on your computer, so that you can still access it if you want to. Just by having it unticked, it doesn't appear in the bot. Show market. Now if we go to show market, if we go to scroll across to a race here, this race, show market ticked, then means we can see this and we can sort. The sort button will bring the favourite up to the top, so you can see there number 6 is the favourite. So what happens is there we just sort of refresh the races again now, but what happens is it lets you have a look at the market, so basically you can see what the odds in that are if you have show market ticked. If you have it unticked, it doesn't show anything. Now the bot doesn't need to see any of this market, it's still happening behind the scenes. So, and also with show market ticked, when the Dutch is made and you click on double Dutch, it'll show you the horses which Dutch they're allocated to here. Okay, now if you have several cycles going, then obviously the Dutches may be a little bit different. from cycle 1 to cycle 2. You may have cycle 1 may have the favourite in it, but in cycle 2, if you've got the favourite frozen, it may be in Dutch 2. But that's shown, as I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so then we've got the software manual. If you click on that, it'll take you to the manual, and obviously where this video is. This automated bots will show you. If you click on that, will show you all of our bots. Now here's our summaries for cycle 1, cycle 2 and cycle 3. This is our profit, the summary of all these tabs up here together. For say cycle 1 profit, it's showing that Double Dutch 1 we're actually losing £3.71, but in Double Dutch 2 on cycle 1 we're actually making £6.20. And cycle 2, Dutch 1 is £2.26 in front, and Dutch 2 is £1.94 in profit. And so here we have our Betfair account. This is our test account here. The first figure tells you how much is in the account, and the second figure, if you've got bets placed, this will be less than the first figure because it's that is money, showing money that's free, that hasn't been allocated. Okay, so this is telling you how much is in the account, including bets that may be allocated. This will be unallocated money, so you may have 133 here and you may have 130 here, and that means you've got £3 outstanding in current bets. If you have bets off the bot, then this will affect this figure as well. Sort, I just showed you, that sorts the field in favourite order, and the little box here is showing you how much is in the market. So this is a race at Taupo, which is on in 5 minutes. At the moment only has £600 invested in it. Okay, so that is what the overall bot is looking at as far as races and venues go, and reporting. Up the top here we have the current bets, so we've got no current bets at the moment, cancelled bets, and then the results. This is the results of all the cycles. Everything that's happening in the bot is a result here, is showing here for you. Okay, if you need to sort this, then use the bet ID to sort from top to bottom or bottom to top. Log file we've discussed. Now these are our staking tabs, and as I said, race 1, tab 1 is the default one. All races will go there unless it's occupied. And then we get the summary. These summaries here are a little bit different than the one I just showed you on the main pages, because these summaries only relate to tab 1. So in cycle 1 we can see here we're at a loss of £4.26 but a profit of £6.52. Cycle 2 we're £1.76 up, and then Double Dutch 2 we're £1.89 up. Okay, now the next one is the cycle target. So on this here we're only running for a 10p target. So why is it 11? Because we're running 8% commission. So it's got to aim higher than what we need, because we've got to take the commission off and give us a net figure. So at the moment cycle 1 has a target of 11p, and DD2 has a target of 49p, because that's had, if we look over here, it's had 2 losses. And the same for cycle 1. The cycle 2, you can see Double Dutch 1, Double Dutch 2, the target for Double Dutch 1 is 11 and Double Dutch 2 is 45, and that's currently at 2 losses also. And this is the summary that you can see there of how tab 1 is going. Tab 2 we can see is the same summaries, etc. You can always clear the results from the buttons here, or clear cycle 1, clear cycle 2 or clear cycle 3 if you want to bring your targets and that back to default. Then those are the buttons you use. Okay, so that is everything except for the strategies. Now the cycle 1, cycle 2 and cycle 3, as we said, are a bot within the bot, and here is where you pick the countries that you want, you pick the market, the win or place. We only use win. The minimum price is the minimum price of all runners. I've got 2 to 40, so if any horses fit between £2 and £40 in their odds, then they'll be included in the Dutch. The minimum price of the favourite is £2. I don't want to bet odds on. what that does is just pushes up your staking in that. And the maximum price of the favourite is 7. I don't want any horses that are over 7 as a favourite. Pre-play, always have pre-play, and we're betting 15 seconds before the off. Minimum amount is, I've got 1,000 while I've been testing, but obviously 5,000 is recommended as a minimum, but that very rarely ever comes into play. Max percentage of the book, if the market is at 100 over 110%, then the bot won't look at it. If you have 110 here, you may want to have that lower, but we've been testing at 110. The runners have got between 6 and 14. Maximum Dutch is 90. Now the maximum Dutch is Dutch 1 or Dutch 2. None of them can be over 90. Well, they don't get anywhere near that. They'll always be around the 50% mark. Okay, then we've got in action play. Now we've got a choice here. You can either keep the bet and that'll stay in play until it reaches a price that it tried to get before the race. You can have cancelled, or you can have place at SP. Now place at SP is the best one, because if a bet doesn't get matched before the race, it's usually because it's steaming in. So you're better off to take the place at SP and take a slightly less odds than rather than not having that horse in your Dutch altogether. Now the transfer percentage here, if that's ticked, you can transfer losing a Dutch that is losing money, or well, it's losing and its target is getting higher. You can transfer that to the Dutch that's just had a win. So in this case, just one sec, I'll just show you here. If we quickly go here, we'll see this race here being placed in a second. There's this race in Taupo. There we go. Now it's turned green, which means it's active, and soon you'll see the horses appearing. Here they are now. These are the horses that are going to be in our Dutch. You can see there the Dutch that's allocated, and now it's placing the bets and putting the stakes on, and we can see now in our Dutches, cycle 1, Dutch 1, we can see where they are allocated. Okay, now if we go into back to settings, now we can see here is our Dutches. Here we've got one at 51%, and we've got one, and this Dutch 2's at 51%. So you can see there quickly where the horses have been allocated and the percentage of the Dutch. Okay, so we're running 2 Dutches in the races as always. Okay, so just go, where are we? And now we can see that race has already now been run and all the money's been distributed. So we can see now that we're getting a bit of a jumble up there. We've got tab in cycle 1 now. Dutch 2 is looking for £1 from 5 as its new target. You can see there it's had 3 losses in a row now. And cycle 2 is back to our default, and double Dutch 1 has had 1 loss. So that's why the targets are distributed the way they are there. Okay, back to where we were. So we've got the tick offset. I leave this blank, but basically what you can do, if you put 1 in there, the bot will fire the bet in at 1 tick under the current price that's showing, in order to just make a bit more certainty. But I haven't, in probably over 20,000 bets, more than that actually, I haven't not had the horses being taken. So, but if you want to feel safe, you can put 2, 3 or 4 ticks there, and it just means the bets get fired in a little bit below the asking price. They will get, obviously, the asking price. It may be higher or lower, but it allows it more chance of getting the price. But I don't think you really need to worry about that, certainly in the races that have got plenty of liquidity. Commission, this is I put it at 8%. It covers my average for Australia, but if you're only betting UK, then you put 5 or whatever percentage of commission you're on. And then the favourite freeze, the favourite rotate, and no favourite. So the favourite freeze means the favourite is allocated to the last losing Dutch. So if Dutch 1 lost, then the favourite will be on Dutch 1. If the next race Dutch 1 loses again, the favourite will stick with that until a winner is hit. This just makes a higher strike rate. Rotating favourite is the favourite will go from Dutch 1 to Dutch 2, back to Dutch 1, back to Dutch 2 as the races progress. It doesn't care which one won, the favourite is rotated from one Dutch to the other and back again. No favourite, obviously as it says, no favourite, it does the Dutch 1 and Dutch 2 and doesn't include the favourite. Okay, stop Dutch 1, if you click that it'll stop Dutch 1 and only bet Dutch 2 and vice versa. I always leave these both running. Now this is really the staking part of the Dutch. Stop at a profit per race. I'm trying to win 10p a race here. So whenever I have a winning Dutch in that race, I'll win 10p plus I'll recover the stake money of previous losing Dutches. If I click continue, and then it will just continue. If I make the profit, it'll start again. Now if you want to make a set profit and don't want to start again, that's when unticking these will stop the bot. So if we had stop at a profit each tab at 5 and we had that unticked, it means as soon as each tab got to 5 it would stop. Okay, and if we wanted to just make 5 over the whole, all the tabs, we would have that unticked and the bot would stop. Just while I've got there, I just want to show you up the top here, we have enable this tab, so you must have that at least one of those ticked for tab 1, tab 2, tab 3. I've got all mine ticked here, but if you only want to run a couple of tabs because you want to use the stop losses and that, then you would need to untick the tabs that you don't want to use. Okay, then we come into the stop loss area, and this controls the bot as far as loss is concerned. Now if you have the stop loss, this one ticked at the beginning and 15 in here, it means that once the cycle has got above 15, then it is going to stop. Okay, so it's got to go past 15 and then it will stop. But if you have hard ticked, what it means is if your stop loss is at say 10 and the next amount of staking is going to take it over 15 and you have hard ticked, it will not place a bet, it will come down to this instruction. It'll either continue and restart, so it'll go back to getting trying to get 10p target and will not try and recover any more losses, any more recovery losses for that series that you've just been in. If you have continue, no restart, which I don't suggest, that just keeps on trying to recover losses and you'll go broke, so don't do that one. And don't continue means if you reach your stop loss of 15 or whatever it is and you have don't continue ticked, then the bot will stop this cycle. It'll continue on cycle 2 or 3 if you've got those running. Now if you have this box here ticked, then it will look at the number of losses in that cycle. So if you've had, in that Dutch I should say, if you've had 5 losses and you've got this ticked, then it will reset again. I always run the losses unticked, but it's up to you. Allow non-handicap and allow handicap, so if you have them ticked it will bet on all races. And then if we have harness ticked, then it will bet on the harness racing in Australia and Sweden, I guess, if they've been covered. And if you tick allow harness only, then it will only look at the harness racing, it won't bet the gallops. Okay, so that is basically how it works. So just on the transfer again, I'm not sure if I covered it properly. In the transfer here, I've got it ticked in 33% of, and I use target, don't use the profit. The profit is there for profit conscious people, but target really. So this basically means if my target gets over whatever figure here, gets over 5 in my case, then it will take 33% of the target that Dutch, say Dutch 1 is trying to get, say 550 its target's 550 and I've got 5 there, it'll take 30% of that 550 and transfer it over into Dutch 2 that would have just won, so that my recovery stake for one Dutch is not getting too high. Okay, so that's very important, is the transfer figure, and that's what balances out. So the money gets transferred from one Dutch to the other, so that you're not trying to get, for example, you're not trying to win £10 on one Dutch and 10p on the other Dutch, sort of thing. That's why the transfer of transferring recovery staking into the other one makes sense, because if you get a roll on one Dutch, which does happen, then that will still be picking up some of the lost recovery monies. Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial on Double Dutch 2. It's a very exciting bot. Start small, see how your results go. I always, because I'm recording results, I clear at the end of the day, regardless if I'm carrying some losses. I'll clear it and start again, but it's up to you. If you're only betting UK Ireland, you may just want to let it continue from one day to the next. When you're finished with the bot for the day, click stop before you close the bot. So you click the stop through the cycles you have running, and then close the bot, and all your settings and that will be retained, so that when you open it up again, you only need to click start on each of the cycles. So on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, thanks for watching this tutorial, and we wish you all the best with this exciting bot. Thank you.